I'm Justin Staley. I grew up in Indianapolis, Indiana.
I'm Bernadette. I grew up in South Carolina, not too far from Myrtle Beach.
My name's Uzair. I'm from Maryland.
My name is Hannah Skoke. I grew up near Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Angelique Dye grew up in Oak Grove, Louisiana.
Stephanie Song grew up kind of in the Midwest.
I chose to come out here because with a lot of the ER experience I had on the East Coast, it was bigger university programs with a lot of other competing residents and subspecialists. So I feel like you didn't get to do nearly as much in the ER, and at least at a training, I wanted somewhere where I had the opportunity to do everything that I could possibly do in the ER.
I actually did an audition rotation up here, and it was a very nurturing and supportive environment. Everybody that I met and interacted with was wonderful, and never felt like I was being chastised for anything. It was very supportive, and felt like that's something that I really needed when I was choosing a residency. I don't want to say just the people. Like, that's the first thing that comes to my mind.
It's definitely the people, the residents really support each other. They really help each other learn and are willing to teach and help the lower level residents grow as doctors.
I'm just going to keep talking about people.
I think it's a very strong program. And because of the pathology that we have in Western Michigan here, a lot of the patients are very sick. So you'll see a lot of the comorbidities presenting together. And it's a surprising number of traumas that we deal with directly here.
It really is, though. The people are probably the biggest strength. And with a close second being the availability of being able to do a lot of the different procedures. You don't have to compete for that stuff. And that's a huge factor, I think, in order to become a strong emergency medicine physician.
I think it's a very strong point that all the faculty show up every single week. The core faculty are always there, and the other thing I like about it is that it's almost like an open forum. So it's formal, but it's not too formal, and people are always welcome to ask questions, or I hesitate to use the word interrupt, but more so like participate in the lectures. And a lot of times the faculty will chime in with some of their experiences, and it'll make the learning points a lot more salient.
It's very active. Didactics are active. You're not just sitting there getting lectured at the entire time. We had the Sona Wars mock that we did with the ultrasound. You get up and you get moving around. It definitely keeps you hands-on. It keeps you awake.
I really like the interactive parts of the didactics that we've had. So, like, we had our ultrasound simulation, and just combining ultrasound with a bunch of fun games and everything to really be able to practice the ultrasound part of it while also doing that in a fun way.
I live in Norton Shores, which is just south of Muskegon proper, and I have 2 kids, and so it's a really nice kind of mixed community, but easy for kids to live there. And my 2 daughters can have friends their own age there, but it's not in a kind of secluded suburb, I'd say. So you get close to the city of Muskegon proper, plus close to Lake Michigan. It's a real nice area to live.
Yeah, so I live a little bit south of Muskegon in the Spring Lake Fruitport area. Really enjoyed that it's close to the beach. It's close to a lot of trails and county and state parks, and so there's always something to do and somewhere to go.
The one thing I'd say that stood out most to me compared to my typical big university East Coast experience was the humility of all the attendings. Everybody's very approachable, and they're not like condescending, and you feel comfortable asking questions, and that's something I very much want to retain through my training and carry forward. I think it's important. We're all lifelong learners, as it's said many times, but to exhibit that through attendinghood and to reflect that upon your students and mentees is very important.
Yeah, it's a supportive program, and so I think in order to grow as physicians, you need to be able to support each other, not just when things are going on, and as far as picking up patients and with patient care, but after the fact as well. So if you have a rough patient case, or if you're feeling particularly down about something that happened, it's supportive here, and that's going to help you grow. It's going to help you learn how to cope with what you've gone through, and then it's going to help you be a better support for other people as well. So it's kind of twofold in that sense. What do I do for fun? Sleep.
A lot of things I do for fun are a lot of things that are kind of attracted me over here. I like outdoorsy stuff. I do airsoft. I have dirt bikes, mountain biking. And I also fly RC planes, and there's a lot of good fields here. I actually have the luxury of flying right in my backyard because I live right next to a blueberry field. So there's plenty of wide open sky for me to go fly in.
I hang out with my kids. It's kind of like a majority of my time. I have lots of hobbies. I like to run, mountain bike, kayak. I play a lot of music. I brew beer, roast coffee.
I like to do hiking. I like to go biking, kayaking, but I also really like swing dancing. I go to a Lindy Hop dance group in Grand Rapids, which is nearby.
I have a young daughter, so we tend to do more kid things. So we went to the zoo, we went horseback riding, go on hikes, and of course go out with the attendings on boats and things like that. So.